What's up, everyone? So the year 2017 is literally so close to ending right now, and you know what that means. It's year-end list time. Obviously, I've done a couple videos already, but this is going to be the last of those. And today, I'm going to be counting down my top 15 favorite songs of the year. I do this every single year, and obviously, I would like to make my list bigger in the future, but as of right now, I just have way too much going on outside of YouTube to make like a top 50 or something like that. But I hope you guys enjoy this video nonetheless. Make sure to leave a like while you are here. And of course, leave a comment down below with some of your personal favorites that came out this year. And also, please keep in mind, this is just my opinion. These are just my personal favorites that came out this year. This is not me saying that these are the best songs that came out in 2017. Obviously, it all comes down to preference, and this is my personal list. And before we get started, here are 5 honorable mentions.
About you. I think the bonds are done with fun. At least it's all about you. You were the chaos they couldn't control. While they took down your name, I was feeling we got to go slow. Carry me back to the bridges of it all. Yesterday pretend me to be
And now, let's kick off the actual countdown, starting with number 15. So to start off my list, this is probably going to surprise a lot of you, but yes, it is Mexican Fender by Weezer. And no, I didn't really love Pacific Daydream that much, but I do really love this song, which is probably the best on that album. The chorus here is just great. It's always getting stuck in my head, and I really do love that fresh and summery vibe that this song carries. And of course, it also has that prominent guitar work throughout the track. Basically everything I wish this album had more of.
Just let me cry a little bit longer. I ain't gonna smile if I don't want to. Hey man, we all can't be like you. I wish we were all rose-colored too. My rose-colored boy.
Next up, we have Rose Colored Boy by Paramore off of After Laughter. This is by far my favorite song on that album. I relate to these lyrics so much. It's kind of mocking somebody who is optimistic all the time, and then she's also kind of accepting that maybe she isn't that happy all the time, and that's okay. And she's not gonna continue to pretend to be something she isn't. Musically though, this is such a fun and enjoyable song. It's very upbeat and energetic, even though it's kind of talking about being sad. But like I said, it's kind of embracing that fact, and I can totally get on board with that. But this is very earwormy and upbeat, and it makes sense why this is one that I still have not gotten tired of months later.
I've been standing on the edge all night, wondering if I can fly. I wanna feel it hurt.
Number 13, we actually have the newest song from Trophy Eyes called Hurt. Now, I was never really a fan of this band, and somehow this song is totally winning me over right now. And I think that's because this one does sound a lot different from their other stuff. It's more of a rock-leaning jam that's less rugged and rough in the vocals. It's more of a pop rock song, I suppose, but it's emotional and really, really well written. And their singer John is showing us an entire different side to him with these clean, polished vocals throughout the entire song, and honestly, he hasn't sounded better. I just absolutely love the way he's singing on here. It's kind of like he's pouring out his emotions in a way. But it's a song that's singable and relatable at the same time, and honestly, it gets better with every single listen. I did not expect this song to make my list, obviously, right after I heard it the first time, but like I said, as time went on, I started loving it even more and more, and it's definitely one of my favorites of 2017.
Suddenly I wanted to change, but I won't just to save you. Suddenly I wanted to change, but I won't pull you away. No, I won't pull you away.
My number 12 selection is by former Fueled by Ramen underdogs Vinyl Theater. Pull Your Weight is an amazing jam that is so impossible to not sing along with. The track opens up with this cool sounding electronic piano and then dives into this epic explosion of guitars and drums. It really just takes you on an awesome ride of a song. The song is spectacular and deserves way more exposure, so go give this one a listen if you have not. I promise it's worth it.
I've been praying ever since New York. Oh, tell me something I don't already know. Oh, tell me something I don't already know.
Ever Since New York has a chorus that I just cannot get out of my head, and I fucking love it. Harry Styles really brought it on this album, and this is one of my top favorites on that record just because it's so relatable and it sticks with you. And he just sounds so good on this song, as he does with all of the other songs on this album. Such a beautiful voice and a beautiful song.
And in the rain, I scream your name.
So darling, just you shut your pretty mouth.
I know I mean nothing to you.
I remember the first time I heard Black Rain by Creeper almost a year ago now, and instantly I was hooked right away. What a fantastic jam this is. The song has a massive, memorable chorus, and Will Gold brings it to life with his delivery. If you're looking for a song that you're gonna be blasting and singing along to for months to come, this is it.
Do you want to?
Next up we have World by Citizen. Now this is a great song to listen to with headphones because there's actually so much going on in the background with these different cool sounding layered voices. It's an absolute eargasm to me. Matt Carrickis belts out the chorus, "Do You Wonder?" That over top of the vocals in the background just adds so much to the song. It's haunting but pleasing at the same time. This song is all about feeling numb to everything around you and not really having feelings at all whatsoever. And that's something I can totally relate to, so there's a reason why this one really stuck with me this year.
Fill up the space that I don't need. Feel most complete when we're asleep. My head even with your hips, I'll hug your knees. Who's to blame? I don't know. I feel no responsibility. Oh.
This next favorite of mine was kind of a last minute addition. I actually had a couple of front bottom songs in mind for this spot, but Don't Fill Up on Chips just has to take the cake. I had a strong love for this one right away when I first listened to Going Gray, and honestly, it only gets better to my ears. The progression of the verses and the chorus here are so singable, and this song has literally been stuck in my head since this record came out. I just adore it.
Stop calling me up. We're never going to put the pieces back together if you won't let me get better. And stop digging it up, or we're never gonna see it all and play.
In Bloom is Neck Deep's best song to date. Don't at me. Seriously though, this song is incredible, and who cares if it's on the poppier side of pop punk? It sounds awesome, and they did so well at capturing this more emo-leaning sound in their music. It doesn't really sound like anything else they've done in their career, and I think that's why it stands out so much to me and so many other people. I was wowed upon listening to this. This is such a step up for this band.
Like nothing I've seen, the shade of your eyes, they're so Kelly green. I'm begging you please, if you go you'll miss all the beautiful things.
Grayscale's Adornment is my favorite album of 2017, and Beautiful Things is by far my favorite song from that. This actually has kind of a touchy subject. It's about suicide and kind of convincing your friend to not actually go through with it because they'll miss all the beautiful things in life. And it kind of goes back and forth between perspectives of like being on each side of the fence, you know, contemplating taking your life and then trying to convince your friend because you love them so much, you know, don't do this to me, don't do this to yourself. It's a really emotional song for me, especially if you're reading those lyrics. It's so meaningful, but a beautiful song to say the least.
Nothing can storm you out of pink cloud summer, 'cause you've gone too long without a smile. Nothing can storm you out another, raising the stake for a while. You should stay for a while.
Number 5 is a given, to be honest. If you know anything about me, you'd know that a movement song would be ranking pretty high on my year-end list. This is the best song on Feel Something in my opinion, and probably one of their best written songs of their career, and I know they haven't even been around for that long yet, but this is definitely a standout track, and this one spoke to me because it almost feels like I could have wrote it, or it could have been written about me. I've struggled with anxiety and depression, so wishing for happier days to come is something I'm no stranger to. The summer season normally brings that to me because it's a more peaceful time and just less stressful overall, and Daylily expresses that in a beautiful way.
Surrounding auto sound, you see our bodies, right few feet on the ground, my label peeling, art school, covered hair.
Art School by Remo Drive has been a massive favorite of mine for months now. This is a killer bop. Lyrically and musically, this song is catchy as hell, and I love that it has that raw punk sound and attitude about it while still remaining kind of innocent. The instrumental is both hard-hitting and melodic, and does a great job of transitioning between loud and soft. Art School is gonna leave you singing along and bobbing your head, no doubt.
Next to me and the music's loud, singing headlines see somewhere in the crowd. Yeah, we're up so high they can't touch us now. We are thousands of feet from the ground and won't come down.
The Maine put out a great album this year filled with plenty of upbeat and memorable songs. Don't Come Down in particular is special to me because it's optimistic, carefree, confident, and simply uplifting, and it always puts a smile on my face as I sing along to every single word.
Can I explain it to you when I can't talk at all? Fuck, I'm kinda cross-faded now. I'm trying not to fall, spending all this time by myself, just shopping at the mall. You just wanna talk it all out, but I ignored your call.
I knew almost instantly that Suntan by Wallows was gonna make my list. I originally actually had Pleaser on here, which I love to death, but I actually love this song even more, if that's even possible. Everything about this tune is awesome. The sarcastic vocals, the melody, the use of horns, and the metaphorical lyrics. This is by far my favorite song the band have released, and I think it's really cool to see a smaller band that I recently discovered chart so high on my year-end list.
Maybe I'm dreaming. How could I tell anyway? Trying to find lucidity, but then I know I can't read my eyes.
And finally, we have made it to my number 1 song of 2017, which is actually by one of my favorite bands of the last 5 years. It is Turnover's Butterfly Dream. I love the direction that Turnover went in on Good Nature, and this one was quick to become my top favorite. The chorus is addictive as hell, it's smooth, bright, it honestly just sounds magical to me. The guitars give off a playful vibe that makes for an ambient, peaceful, and happy mood that is sure to rub off on you. It's a dreamy delight all around, and I just cannot get enough of this song. Well, there you have it. Those are my top 15 favorite songs of 2017. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is just my personal list. These are just my favorites, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and like I said, leave some comments down below with some of your personal favorites of the year. And if you're actually new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I make videos about music, bands, concerts, vinyl, everything related to that. If you're interested, make sure you stick around. And with that said, I will see you all next time.